Hi guys, it is the day of the appointment for Caleb. Don't mind my hair, I just got out of the tub. I'm a little bit sick. I don't know if it's like a 24-hour bug or what the hell is going on. But I have like flu-like symptoms, haven't puked. Well, I did puke one time, but that was it. And it was mostly phlegm. We're gonna drop off the girls around 11:30, which y'all will see, and then go get gas, head up there, go to the appointment, get food probably from Penny's Diner, and then
I don't know if we'll be able to get food on $30. We might be able to, but we'd have to make it cheap.
And then come back home and get the girls. Get the girls and then come back home. I'm still spitting shit out. I have a water bottle in the freezer. I'm bringing a couple pops. Some snacks, which Caleb has on his side of the bed. And, like little drink things just in case. I'm not feeling the best at all. But I'll fight through it, so yeah, see you guys in the car. Okay guys, we are dropping off the girls. We'll be picking them up though tonight, so that is that makes me happy, so yeah. Okay guys, just left Subway. I got watermelon juice mixed with Sprite and then a cup of ice to snack on, to just keep myself cool and to keep my throat from getting too sore. And then I got some crackers to soothe my stomach. I need to have something in my stomach until we eat because I completely fucking forgot to eat before we left. So that, and I have snacks in my bag, but yeah, I can run in. I'm gonna run in, pay for gas for Caleb, and then, or is it on your card, or, and then catch you guys when I get back in the car. Okay guys, just paid, got gas, and now we are heading that way. Like I said, the next few clips will be muted. Hope you guys enjoy the scenery, because we sure do. It also smells like cow shit, so that's kind of making my stomach churn. But I love you guys, and I'll catch you guys when we get to North Platte. Okay guys, we are here. We made it to the correct building this time, and at the correct entrance. We are not lost this time. Your girl took a nap. Woo! Lightheaded. Okay. Hang on. Your girl's gonna run to the bathroom, and then we're gonna head up to Kumar's office. So yeah.
How's your memory been?
Better.
Good.
Not much better, but better.
He hasn't had many episodes since he's been on the anticonvulsant, so.
Good.
Like a few, like 2 or 3, but other than that, none since July.
No
So,
social life. Good.
Yeah.
Alright, any new allergies at all?
No.
And still using USA Pharmacy here in North Platte?
Using Walmart in Ogallala.
And still taking the albuterol inhaler as needed?
Yep.
Zyrtec 10 milligrams once a day?
Yep.
Lamictal 100 milligrams twice a day?
Yep.
And Singular 10 milligrams at bedtime?
Yeah.
Any other medications at all?
No.
Any new diagnoses or surgeries?
No.
Any tobacco, alcohol, or recreational drug use?
I smoke cigarettes and a little bit of weed every once in a while to help with pain, and he said if it helps with the seizures to keep doing it. So.
Okay. And is Dr. Wong still your primary? Any falls in the last week?
Mm-hmm.
Have you been lightheaded or dizzy in the last 24 hours?
Not that I can think of.
Alright.
You said that something was low
The
outside.
bottom of his blood pressure, the bottom number he was 121/43.
Is that normal for you? Are you always low or?
No.
Okay. Mine is, so that's why I
Did
asked.
you eat lunch today?
We have not
We're
eaten
gonna
since
eat
we
after
left.
we get done.
That could be it then.
I rarely eat anymore.
His anticonvulsant
Yeah,
is
it's
also
hunger
a
suppressant, so.
yeah hunger suppressant. So I eat more than he does. Clearly.
Well,
You have a reason to,
He
though.
eats like 80 times a day.
Hey, that's alright. Alright, so Kim is going to come in and visit with you. She's one of Dr. Kumar's nurse practitioners.
Okay.
So I'll go let her know that you're ready and she'll be in shortly, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
All right, my name is Kim. I'm one of the providers here with Dr. Kumar. So I'm going to peek you over, see how things are going, and he'll be in to say hello. So, following up from memory concerns, but you kind of thought maybe you were having seizures.
Yeah.
That's what Kumar said.
Okay, have you had any more of that?
Couple.
Did you
in July.
videotape it at all?
I did not videotape it, but
Okay.
I did document what would happen.
Okay.
The most recent one was when he was outside at my my dad's house where we are currently residing,
Okay.
and he just had a small episode when he was feeding our dog.
Okay.
He kept saying something about his mom, and then kept saying something about we live with his Uncle Bob up in Sterling, and
Yeah, I don't. And then took it again before I went to bed at night.
he's supposed to take it like 2 times a day, correct? One in the
Yeah.
morning and one at night. Sometimes, because he does work at 5:30 in the morning at times, he does forget to take it sometimes in the mornings.
Okay.
But he makes up for it when he gets home at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
And then he always remembers to take it before bed. So, yeah. Other than that, I've been making sure he's been on top of it.
Okay. So, when did these episodes first start? When did you guys notice them?
I think, honestly, prior, me being his wife, I think it happened prior to his car accident.
Okay.
There were a few times
Okay.
that he did do this whole sweating, coughing thing, but he told me it was just his stomach issues. Little did we know that after his car accident, they would have gotten worse.
Okay.
And that's when we found out that they were seizures from Kumar, and, yeah. I told Kumar that it happened I think it happened a little bit prior to his car accident, but they for sure have gotten worse, since his car accident, so. He has been really good not having episodes, so.
So the medication has helped decrease the episodes?
Yes.
Okay.
Tremendously.
Okay.
Doing okay over there? Okay. I'm just nervous about what Kumar is gonna say since all of his scans came up normal, and I know sometimes with seizures you never know what's causing them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Kumar just says stay on the anticonvulsant,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
let me know if anything happens after that, and then we'll see where we go from there. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for no bad news, so.
Have you ever bitten your tongue, at night? You ever woken up?
Mhm.
No. How about wet the bed?
No.
Okay. Have you ever wet your pants during any of these episodes?
No.
Okay. Is your mood stable? Any concerns with your mood?
My mood's a little off.
Okay.
Like it's not normal.
Okay.
So
When he was first taking them,
Okay.
he was very irritable. It felt like everyone had to walk on eggshells. But since then, since it got fully in his system, I feel like
Okay.
his mood is still off, but it's better than
Okay.
what it was.
Okay.
But yeah, he is
So
right.
you'd
It's
say
been
still
off.
mildly irritable.
yeah.
Like the littlest things will piss him off. Sorry for my language, but
All right. Any rash while taking this medicine?
No.
Any history of kidney stones?
No.
All right. Do you know one of these episodes is going to come on before it comes
No.
out? No.
only the people around him do.
Okay. And then, how long do the episodes last?
Oh geez, sometimes they can last up anywhere to 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
Other times, depending on how bad the episode is, it could last anywhere up to 5.
Okay.
And then it takes him a while to fully get out of it and go back to normal. He
Like how long? 30 minutes? 15 minutes?
to go back to normal, it takes him about possibly 10 minutes until he's fully back to normal.
Okay.
Like he's
Okay.
coherent, he's not sweating, not coughing
Okay.
anymore, so. You're lucky I pay attention to these.
How am I supposed to know?
Do try to videotape them.
I try, but
When they
most of the
happen.
time, my phone is not around me.
Okay.
So I will try
Yeah.
and do that.
Yeah, try to videotape them and see if we can't kind of see if there's any weird.
Dr.
that we can
Kumar
see
has
or-
videos prior.
Okay.
I sent him videos
Okay.
and the memos
Okay.
of
Okay.
what happens when I don't videotape them.
Yeah.
So I did
Okay.
have some on recording that Dr. Kumar
Okay,
does have.
Good. All right.
I don't know where he would store those, but
So, other than when you're having one of these episodes, memory trouble?
A little bit.
Okay. How so?
Well, I work fast food, so
Mm-hmm.
I work out at Subway, so a lot of times I'll hear something and then I'll a couple seconds later I'll forget it, or
Okay.
a customer will say something and I'll hear something else.
Okay.
or I would ask him to do something like, "Hey, can you go do this for our child?" And then he would space off for a couple seconds and then be like, "What did you ask me to do again?" I'm like, "Do this for our kid," and he's like, "Oh yeah, okay." Other than that, your memory has not been too bad.
So, if I said that you feel kind of spacey, that
Yeah.
things are kind of okay.
Things have not gotten tremendously worse since the last time Kumar has seen him.
Okay.
The anticonvulsants do seem to be working. There was one time when he was at work, he said that he didn't feel right because he ended up forgetting to take him that morning. So his mom had to go get his prescription from Walmart because he didn't refill it. So she ended up dropping it off to him at work, and he was fine after he took it.
And you're still smoking?
Yeah.
Okay. How often do you smoke marijuana?
A little bit every day, just
Okay.
he said if it helps to continue doing it.
As long as you're getting it somewhere reputable.
Yep, I go down to Sedgwick.
Okay. Don't be smoking things that aren't reputable.
Yeah, no, I go down to the dispensary. I don't trust people. The only person I trust with that is my brother, and he gets it from the same place.
Because he lives in Colorado.
Yeah, he gets better deals than I do. He's got his med card up there, so he gets me the good stuff.
Gotcha.
Is there any way that we can get him a green card for
Not in
this?
Nebraska. We
Not
have
in
to go to
Nebraska.
Colorado for it.
Yeah. You'd have to, so in Nebraska we can't do that. It's not within our, you'd
It's
have to
not
see
legal
somebody-
yet.
Yeah. One, you have to be a Colorado resident. so you'd have to live there and have a Colorado driver's license and then have a Colorado prescriber.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not legal here, so
Maybe we should move to Colorado.
cannot do that.
Oh boy, this stuff again.
Yep.
My dad does do that with him when he is
Okay.
his son.
Okay.
His son was is a special needs
Okay.
and had seizures, so
Okay.
he knew like what to look for.
Do you feel that? Okay, tell me when it stops.
It's
Okay. Alright, kick this leg out.
What are you doing?
Feel this one?
Mhm.
Okay, tell me when it stops.
And what are you doing there?
So this tests for like a sensory neuropathy.
Stop.
Okay.
These ones. I almost kicked Dr. Kumar last time.
Alright.
Doing
So-
great, babe.
Let me go grab Dr. Kumar and I will be right back, okay?
Awesome, thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Can we go up on that? I don't know what I'm treating, but I mean, it's so tough to fix this
Yeah.
one. I don't know
So
what
he's
to do.
on, I think, is it 100 twice a day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
How much you are better?
I've only since the last time we saw you, I've only had four episodes.
Go up on 150.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay.
That's
The
good.
latest one was August 2nd.
It's working then.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm treating. It's so tough. It's very
Yeah.
complicated. Sometimes you don't find those neurons firing.
And her
But
dad
it's
was
working.
telling me that her niece they ended up sending to Omaha.
Yeah, because she
And
ended up
his
swamped.
first one they sent up to Denver.
Yeah. My
And
niece
they never figured his out.
My niece is has epilepsy, so she has epileptic seizures, and Christopher's, which is my brother,
They never figured
they
it
never figured out what is causing his, and they didn't figure out what was causing Lily's really either. So
I mean, if it's helping, I still have room to go up on medication. Sometimes these things are so deep in the brain. I don't know how the cough is coming. There are cough centers in the brain which can be stimulated with mild seizure. I'm trying to suppress with that one. If it works, I'm okay to go on 150 twice a day. So that should help. What do you think, Em?
Yeah, I think that's, I mean,
Yeah. So, yeah, we can do 4 months, go up on 150.
okay.
And we'll pray for him, that might be helpful. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is though. I'm just empirically treating those ones. But it's helping, so we will go up on medication. Alright,
All right.
thank you. So I think 4 months is okay for
Okay.
you. Yeah. Good, God bless you. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
alright.
Thank you, Kim.
Yep, no problem. So let me, there we go. Let me, reorder this. And I'll send it to the Walmart in Ogallala.
Yep.
And we'll do 150 milligrams
Okay.
this go around. So,
This was like the easiest appointment ever. Didn't take very long.
so we will do.
I knew they were probably gonna just tell you to keep up on
Yeah.
the.
So here's the thing about seizure activity. Is sometimes we do have like a physical cause for seizures. But seizures are an electrical problem in the brain. So something happens that the electrical activity flares up, you have a seizure, and then unless you're watching the brain waves during the time of the seizure, it's hard to capture it. So for some people, you know, we did a 2-hour monitoring for you. For some people, if we're really concerned about it, we'll like put them in the hospital and watch them for like 5-6 days to capture, see if we can capture seizure activity. But you know, a lot of times we just treat it. If symptoms get better, we continue to treat it. You know, the older medications, Depakote, Dilantin, phenobarbital, those kinds of medications, they had a lot of side effects, so they didn't really want to do that with them. But these medications, they don't really have side effects as far as like causing liver problems or bone density problems or those kinds of things. So it's safe for you to take it, even if per se this isn't exactly a seizure. Whatever this is, you're getting better.
Okay.
And that's all that matters. Is
So yeah.
even if they had to up the dose, which they did, and still you take it in the morning and at night, at least you are getting better.
Yeah. So.
Is there any other testing that you guys can do to
So
figure
I mean,
that out, or?
you know.
So you've done the MRI,
And
you've
the
done the
EEG.
EEG.
Yep. So those are pretty much the two tests. Like the MRI looks for a structural problem. Most of the time, we don't have a structural problem. Typically, we'll do. We might do another EEG after a while, especially if you continue to have episodes.
I will continue to document, and the next time he does end up having one of these episodes, I will try and get
Videotape,
it on videotape.
And so, you know, we might end up doing another EEG in the future, but, you know, if we...
And if that comes out normal,
so,
just like his other one did?
So,
and we
again,
still
it's
don't
one
have
of those things where you have to remember that, like, seizure activity fires for seconds. And we watched you for 2 hours in a period of time where, you know, it did look like you had one kind of daily there for a while, but, you know, if we can't get a control of them and we need to, we may have to put you in a hospital. Like we usually send people to Omaha and have them watched for a couple of days.
Okay.
But if you're getting better with treatment, then we just assume that we're treating the seizures. Okay. Here's another question. Do you feel like the seizures are provoked by stress?
I was wondering that
If
because
they-
like my job, it's really stressful some
He's
days,
currently in the midst of
and I'm looking
looking
for another job.
Yeah.
And we've got 2 kids and a
Yeah.
third on the way.
Yeah.
And
So there are some seizures that aren't really seizure activity, as in the brain doesn't fire abnormal.
Is that what
abnormally.
it's sounding like? Is
So, and I don't know, I'm just, just when you were saying like he was on the phone with his mom, upset with her.
he
that
wasn't
made me-
even upset. It's just
Okay.
like when he
Okay.
goes into one of these,
Okay.
he does like
Yeah.
the unthinkable, and
Yeah.
his mom knew that
Yeah.
not to take it personal, because that she's the one who told me,
Okay.
hey, my son is having an episode, like
Yeah.
you should probably go check on
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
So he does like the like unimaginable
Yeah.
things, and then he ends up apologizing for whatever he did afterwards,
Yeah.
because he does end up feeling extremely bad.
yeah, because I have
Yeah.
no memory of what I do.
So,
He has no control. I mean, there's been a couple times when he
Yeah.
would get like try and harm himself with a cigarette.
Yeah.
That was the time when my dad was around.
Okay.
And so we had to like get it, restrain him. But other than that, they don't
so
get too
the other
bad.
thing is like, you know, you think you might have had some episodes before the motor vehicle accident, but
Mhm.
we also know that the motor vehicle part of the, you know, motor vehicle accidents, traumatic brain injuries, things that can kind of like shake up the brain a little bit, can bring on some seizures.
I think it was the whiplash that, because he never ended up hitting his head.
Yeah.
See,
I think it was just the
wondering if my
whiplash.
car accident was a seizure because I was
Yeah, that's
heading
what we
to
were
work,
thinking.
Okay.
and then I somehow went around the store I was passing and around an old school and was back on the opposite end like I was heading back
Okay.
home.
Yeah,
when
because
I
we were
crashed.
living near the hospital at that time, and I think he was having one
And
of
that
these
could be.
episodes,
Yeah, I
and
had
that's
no
what
memory
caused
of
the
that. I
accident.
remember passing the store and
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
he
right
also
before the
remembers
crash, I
a couple of
remember,
our
but nothing
friends
else
being in the
between.
back
Okay.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
and I
when
thought some other people were in the car with me when after the crash, and then they just
So-
vanished.
So, I mean, the other thing is like with the seizure activity, things like Lamictal, so they do utilize some of the seizure medications in mental health for the mood stabilizing factors that they have. And so I kind of use the example of like faint goats. You know what a faint goat is? You know, you startle them and they have a physical response to that startle. So people can have a physical response to something psychological too. And so sometimes we see this kind of activity without having spikes in brain waves. You just kind of have a physical response to stress. I mean, maybe you are under a little more stress than you kind of thought you were. You know, whether it's a stress seizure or whether it's a real seizure, I shouldn't say real seizure, epileptiform seizure, like with the spikes in the brain waves, the treatment is the same, the lamictal. So, you know, I don't know for sure which seizure we're looking at, but you're getting better.
Yeah.
So, it sucks to have to take medicine every day, but
I'm used to it.
but if it's making you better, then it's making you better.
Yeah.
So we'll just continue with this. So keep track of the episodes in the next 4 months. Maybe also think about your stress, what's going on prior to what's happening. Can you think of any feeling that's coming on before it happens? You know, those kinds of things.
Well, the last time I had one, the only thing I remember from before it was work was like horrible.
Okay.
I
And
do
just-
think they are
I had
stress
a
induced.
Okay.
really stressful day. People didn't
Yeah.
want to do their job. Like,
Yeah.
right, and I was trying to get management there,
Uh-huh.
but just wouldn't happen. I've been there for over 2 years and still
Yeah.
waiting on it.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it could be that stress and the car accident and all that stuff is just a perfect storm and created this problem. This is what else I tell people is everybody is at risk for a seizure. Everybody. You know, there's certain factors that fluctuate our threshold for seizures. You know, car accidents, strokes, traumatic brain injuries, people who withdraw from alcohol, people who withdraw from drugs. Sometimes they have seizures. And so, you know, just depending on the different situations, people who have really bad fevers, people who are really sick, they have seizures. So our threshold kind of varies based on what's going on with our body too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's lots of reasons for people to have seizures. And maybe you've always had these episodes and
That's
you
what I'm
just
thinking.
don't realize it because you don't remember them and maybe nobody ever really paid attention close enough because they don't last that long.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I did spend time in a couple group homes too, so I'm not sure if they ever
Noticed
kept
anything?
anything or.
Yeah. Yeah.
I told you, babe, I feel like it happened prior to the accident. I feel like you have had these episode seizure things for a while.
Yeah.
Ever since I've known you, like you keep complaining of like the stomach issues, and that's how you would describe it.
And
So maybe you were having
we do
those.
know that children have a history of like stomach seizures too. So
Maybe you
know,
were having a stomach-like seizure, but it ended up turning into this.
It could be
thing.
your aura that you start to have a stomach ache, feel weird in your stomach, and then have them.
So it's kind of like when you feel lightheaded, it's kind of like my stomach would feel kind of
Yeah.
like that.
Yep.
Like
So that can be an aura. So start watching out for that too. If that
I
always
haven't been having it since.
And
my
that
car
could be
accident,
that
so.
the lamictal is helping. I don't really know. But that kind of sensation may have been your aura to seizures too. Okay. I mean, sometimes we tell people it's like a sick feeling, a out of body experience, deja vu, an Alice in Wonderland kind of experience where like objects look farther away or closer or bigger or something like that than they actually are. So it could be that you have been having these episodes, you just never connected the dots.
Yeah,
And they just kind of came apparent to others.
Yeah, when I told her the other day I didn't feel right, like I would be trying to take orders and stuff, and like people's eyes would move up and down, and like their face would like their
That
mouth
would-
would be too, and then they'd come back together like.
That sounded like the beginning of a.
Yeah, it just didn't
Could be.
seem right.
Yeah,
So
could be.
Because he does say that sometimes his vision does end up messing up on him before, or
It
like.
happens.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm the only one with driving her car right now. Like she doesn't have a car at the house. to
Yeah, which
get
makes
my
me
dad, so I
nervous
can call
due
my
to
mom.
your accident.
Yeah. And you probably really shouldn't be driving until these are under control.
That's what Kumar was saying.
Yeah.
But I currently do not have my license at the
Okay.
moment, so.
And I work at 5 o'clock in the morning most of the time, so
I'll work on getting my license. That way I can start driving him to and from work.
Okay, sounds good. All right, is there any other things I can do for you guys today?
Not that I can
Okay.
think of.
Hi guys, we are currently eating at Penny's Diner. I will show you guys what we get, and yeah. See you guys when we're in the car. Okay guys, so we are currently outside Steve's, waiting for Ashley. She just got here, but she told me to run that, or she told us to wait out here while she runs like a big ass stack of paperwork and the food inside. They got food we already ate, like you guys saw. By the way, we got into town like 5 to 10 minutes ago. Ashley did warn me about how Steve will look. Just like Grandma did. Like, she was just warning me just in case if I get overwhelmed. She's like, if you get overwhelmed, don't hesitate to step out for a minute. I was like, okay. Even though I saw Grandma in her final moments, I think I can handle it. She's like, okay, just didn't want to stress you out due to you being pregnant and all. I'm like, I understand. The hospice nurse will be coming in later today to basically give him sedatives, which will sedate him and make him very sleepy in his final days. He is in his final days. He's barely eating, barely drinking, can't move around without help anymore. She's like, today would have been the best option to visit him anyways, because today might be the last day that he'll actually be able to respond back to you. So I called my dad, called Sarah, and let them know. So yeah, keep my sister in your prayers. I'll let you know when we're picking up the kids.